Hey everyone, it's Andy, and today Olivia and I are going to talk through our tutorial on labeling in ArcGIS Pro.
Our study area is in Wellington, New Zealand, and we have a map with a flood zone layer, a layer of buildings, and some other data. We're going to make a map that shows the relationship between that flood zone and some buildings in the neighborhoods.
Right now the base map is providing the labels, but we have a suburb boundaries layer with more information about the area.
Yep, that's right. If we open its attribute table, we can see the names of the suburbs we're going to label.
Yeah, and to label this layer, all we have to do is right-click and choose Label. Now let's choose a more appropriate label style and placement.
That looks good, but some of the labels disappeared. What happened?
Let's zoom in a bit. We chose the land parcel placement that only displays when the name of the label will fit within the boundary.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
Now let's label this buildings layer we have.
We have a field with all the names of the buildings, and then here's a field that designates whether or not they're historic.
Okay, so what if we just want to label the historic buildings?
We can do that by setting a SQL query.
Right, and we can add a new label expression and create a query that labels buildings where the field historic has a value of yes.
Now we can see only the historic buildings have labels.
Right, and some of the labels have long names, and you can see they don't quite fit. Can we do anything about that?
Yeah, we can adjust the labels on this Position tab. And we can change the size and the color too.
Wow, that looks better already.
As I mentioned earlier, we're concerned with the proximity of the flood zone to buildings. We have another layer of civil defense centers that we can label too. These are facilities that could serve as shelters during a flood.
Right, and using Esri's expression language, Arcade, we can customize those labels too.
Yeah, this civil defense center layer contains a capacity field for how many people each center holds. We can show that along with the name of the civil defense center.
Good idea, so how do we do that?
In the expression window, we'll format the label by adding a new line underneath the existing label. On that new line, we're going to add text. In this case, we'll have the text say capacity. Then we'll add the capacity field. This will display the numbers we just saw a second ago.
That looks pretty good, but now both the labels are the same size. Can we adjust what we just added to make the Civil Defense Center name stand out?
Absolutely. Using the font tag, we could specify the font and the size. After the new line we added, we'll add the font tag and change the font to Arial and the size to 9.
Now to apply the font and size, we'll need to close the tag at the end of the expression. And there we go.
That was pretty quick, and that's just scratching the surface of what Arcade can do.
To learn more about how we label this map, see our written tutorial in the ArcGIS Pro help.